morning, everybody. Today we're going to look at Bedmas with decimals. Again, Bedmas, order of operations. Bedmas stands for brackets. Sometimes we see it as a P for parentheses. E is exponents. D is division and multiplication, whatever comes first. A and S are addition and subtraction, whichever comes first. So I've written a question out here, which is bracket 3.2 times 1 decimal 5, subtract 1 decimal 4, plus 2 decimal 9. If I look at my format, and I've outlined all of this on the Google Doc, I've reminded you each time what Bedmas stands for, what each of the letters stands for, and highlighted the steps that I'm doing each of these sections of the question in. So the first thing I'm going to look for is the B. Do I have any brackets? And I do. The very first thing I see here is a bracket. Now, you're free at this point to use your calculator if you're doing it step by step. I don't have my calculator handy, so I'm just going to do 3 decimal 2 times 1 decimal 5. 5 times 2 is 10, carry the 1. 15 plus 1 is 16. Hold my place. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 3 is 3. So I get 480, and then I have 1, 2 decimal places, 1, 2 decimal places. So 3 decimal 2 times 1 decimal 5 is 4 decimal 8. And now I write down the rest of the question. This is where a lot of us fall down when we're doing the order of operations or the Bedmas questions. We like to just keep going. But again, organization. We've done one part of the question. Now that part is done, we write down the remaining part of the question. It's really important you do this to keep everything organized. Make sure that you don't miss anything. The next letter is E, exponents. And as you can see, I don't have any exponents in this question, so I can go beyond that. Now I have division and multiplication, whatever comes first. Don't have that either. Then I do addition and subtraction, whatever comes first. So I'm going to look at this part first. And 4 decimal 8 subtract 1 decimal 4 is 3 decimal 4. We've answered that part of the question. We need to write down the next part. Finally, I have the last section, which is 3 decimal 4 plus 2 decimal 9. So 3 decimal 4, 2 decimal 9, 4 and 9 is 3, carry the 1, 6 decimal 3. So that's a pretty simple example of Bedmas with decimals. Let's try to make it a little bit tougher. So I'm going to add in some exponents, maybe an extra set of brackets, just to make this a little bit tougher for some of us. So I'm going to say that I have 2 decimal 2 squared plus bracket 1 decimal 4 divided by 2 times 3. Let's make it 3 decimal 2. So, a reminder, when we do 2 squared, that becomes 2 decimal 2 times 2 decimal 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. Hold the place. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. So I get 484, 1, 2 decimals, 1, 2, 4 decimal 8, 4. Now I'm going to deal with this part of the question, which is the second set of brackets. Notice I did this first set of brackets first. So 1 decimal 4 divided by 2. 2 into 1 decimal 4. Hold that place. 2 goes into 1 0 times. 2 goes into 14 7 times. So this becomes 0 decimal 7 times 3 decimal 2. Now, 4 decimal 84 plus 0 decimal 7 times 3 decimal 2. No more brackets, no more exponents, division or multiplication, whatever comes first. Well, I only have one multiplication question here. So my next part is 3 decimal 2 times 0 decimal 7. 7 times 2 is 14. 7 times 3 is 21, which is 22. Now, this is 0. I'm not going to waste a lot of my time writing 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 plus. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 1, 2. I don't need to multiply by this 0 because anything multiplied 0 is just 0. So I have 4 decimal 84 plus 2 decimal 24. Now I'm going to have to add these two things together. So I have 4 decimal 84 and 2 decimal 24. 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. Carry the 1. 4 plus 2 is 6. Plus 1 is 7. Now again, I don't mind if you use your calculator to do this exponents, to do your multiplication and division, but I need to see your questions looking like this. If you have a scientific calculator, please don't just plug that in and let the calculator do the work for you. That's not going to help you remember the order of Bedmas. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow when we look at Bedmas with fractions. Just kind of a little revisit to fractions. I thought I'd hold on to do Bedmas until the very end. Hope everybody has a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.